Welcome to Radio Ryder, the podcast for students by students.
We're your hosts, Lewis Thompson.
And I'm Connor Eager.
On this week's show, we have an exclusive interview with the heads of Donnelly and Syme House.
So who are you? And tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Okay, well, I'm Robbie White, and I'm head of Syme this year. And next to me is...
Milan Bukta, head of Donnelly.
We're pretty stoked to be on Radio Ryder, so heard you guys have got some questions for us.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. So what are your roles in and around the school?
Yeah, so we're both heads of houses, so that means that we sort of run assemblies once a week for our separate houses and organise some of the stuff around the events that we have throughout the year, which is fun. Along with that, we're also just prefects, so helping make the school run a little bit easier throughout the day, which is good.
Yeah, so like going on duty and stuff, since we're top six, both of us have to, make sure all the boys get in who are coming off the buses, they get in, with the correct uniform and with a good positive attitude for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that also includes like all the disciplinary stuff around the school. So if somebody's, doing something naughty, we have to tell them off for it. So it's not really set in stone of what we have to do every week or every day. Stuff usually just comes up and we have to kind of try and deal with it. Whether that be asking the other prefects in our house to help out with us or just doing it ourselves. So that's kind of just like a basic rundown of what we do around the school. Robbie does a bit more than me though, because he's the captain of sports teams and whatnot. I've only got a wee football club that I manage and captain and lead.
And which I'm a part of, Milan FC.
So right now, Milan FC sits, I think, with third in the table. It's not the greatest, and honestly, the performance on Saturday was anything but spectacular. So
I guess you'd have to be there.
Yeah, I could give you a play-for-play rundown if you want.
Yeah.
No, maybe another time.
Okay, yeah. We'll just head on to the other questions.
So what made you want to become a leader?
Ever since primary school, I'd always looked up to the leaders that are at school, in primary school and here, looking up to my older brothers who were here, and I always thought it was something that I wanted to naturally follow. I enjoy helping other people out and helping people develop to their full potential and give everything a good shot. So it was a natural goal of mine. So I thought I'd give it a go from year 9.
Well, it's a little different for me from what Robbie just said. You see, I was always quite a timid and shy kid growing up. So, I really only got a leadership role at primary school because they kind of just handed it to you if you just made it all the way through. So that was, and I did enjoy it, but then I went to Highlands and then I didn't involve myself at anything. So I was kind of just 2 years of darkness. And then when I came to high school, it was kind of the same thing. I was too cool to sign up, and then I started to make more friends, and I started to get involved with the leaders around the school, get to know them, and I was like, yeah, these guys are pretty cool. Not from the prefects that threw apples at us when I was in year 9, but they're only they're people too. So I just kind of kept going with it, and then at the prefects camp or whatever that I signed up for, helped around the school. And then I kind of just popped off at the prefect camp.
So let me just stop you there. So what you're saying is that you wanted to be a prefect so that you could also throw apples at year 9s.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
it's a bonus from one.
No, what? I don't know. It wasn't I wasn't meant like that at all. I was meaning that the prefects aren't the scary people that I thought they were. I humanized them more as I got to talk to them more. So that's what kind of made me want to be more of a prefect. Like the other prefects around the school were actually pretty nice guys once you got to know them.
And you can feel like you can give back a bit more to the school and the juniors, eh?
Yeah, because I remember it was pretty scary being a junior.
Yeah, so it's cool to support people and realise that the seniors actually aren't that scary, because we're seniors now, and when you're year 9 they seem pretty old, but if you can support them and make them feel safe, then it's good.
Cool. It's nice to see, because instinctively whenever you see someone in a white shirt it's kind of scary. So,
because we stand out a bit.
Big, scary.
Only if you're the wrong kind of girl.
Yeah, I'm
only
sure.
if you've got something to hide.
I'm not that scary once you get to know me.
Yeah. So where do you think the school is going?
Well, after we leave, downhill, but... No, I think the school's headed in a mostly positive direction. I mean, I think, Mr. Moore and the senior leadership team, they have clear-cut goals of what they want. They want to become more of, like, an accepting school to, all cultures, anybody who's any sort of diversity. I think that especially stuff like the Rainbow Youth Club has helped out quite a bit in, like, normalising some of that stuff around the school. So that's just really great. Along with like all the mental health stuff that we've been trying to set up around the school, like we've been trying to get people to talk more and open up their feelings, which I think can only improve the school going forward. Yeah,
I'd have to agree. I think that the school's making really good steps in the inclusivity space, and also just making it a safer space for everyone to come to school. So, like mine said, that's including diversity and also just readjusting some of those traditional stuff that has happened the same way for forever, but re-looking at those, and the senior leadership team have been really good at that, is re-looking at those things and thinking, how can we do them better, and how can we make each day more productive for the students. So that's good. I also think like our sporting and stuff is going really well. I think every year we're getting better and better results on that front, and I think that's probably attributed to our better and better facilities. So I mean, it's pretty cool. And the future's looking bright for the cross-country team? Cross-country team, winning some Super 8 shields. That's my field as cross-country captain, so that's good. Won't be successful as Milan FC though, but... Well, actually that's true. I'm cutting that out.
How can young students get involved in leadership?
It was definitely something I wanted to work on more going into this year, was that creating some more pathways for younger students to keep in touch with the students in leadership in the senior school. There's certainly a lot of opportunities to do. They have year 10 camps for boys that are interested in leadership, and there's always so many groups throughout the school that people can run and organise to put their foot forward and make good relationships with other students and other teachers. So there's certainly lots of opportunities for people to put their foot forward, and it does get recognised. I know that the teachers are always looking out for guys who are doing that. So I mean, that's pretty cool, but I always think there can be more to do, because we've always got told during our leadership stuff at M1 that was like, leadership's not it's not the destination, it's not the place where you want to get to, and we're still on our journeys as well. So it's an ongoing process. It's not just, you can't just turn up. That's really
you
fun.
can't just turn up, get the white shirt, and then leave.
And on a final note, any tips for people wanting to get to top 6? Or prefects, or who are leaders? Honestly,
the best advice that I can give people, which I have given people before who want to, go for top 6, just be nice, eh? Just be yourself. Just talk to people like how you always talk. Just speak to the teachers with respect. Try in class. You don't have to be an incredible student. I'm not an incredible student at all. But I try. Academically, no. I try, and I try and create good relationships with not just the teachers, but also the students around me, because that's just as important as being nice to the teachers. You have to be nice to the people around you, and people recognise that, and the senior leadership team will recognise that if you are being honest and you're actually somebody that people want to be around. So I think that's
Yeah.
probably the best advice I can give. Just be yourself.
For sure, I second the stuff that Milan just said, but I also think having like a clear-cut goal of an area of the school you want to improve, that's always a good start, and something that you can lead in the school, and that will progress onwards, and that in that way it doesn't really matter what leadership role you get or if you don't get one at all, because you can be a leader. A role doesn't define you as anything. It's just it's about your own journey. So if you have that sort of thing, the result will take care of itself, but you'll develop your leadership skills anyway. So yeah.
All right, that's it. Do you have anything else to add?
So this weekend we're playing at Tamidi at 10:30 against the top of the table. So if anybody wants to turn up, 10:30 a.m. Tamidi. I think we're playing Tamidi 2. It's going to be a great game, a real cracker. I'm looking forward to it. I know for a fact Robbie is, and I'm sure the boys will get stuck in, and we might be able to come away with the W. So thanks for your time.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for having us on.
Yeah,
and,
this was really cool.
Thanks for coming on.
Cool.
All right.
Cheers.
That's all for this episode of Radio Ryder. If you want to get in touch with podcast ideas, interviews, or if you just want to say hi, join our Discord. The link's in the description.
Thank you very much for listening, and we'll catch you in the next episode.